vibe. Gotta keep it wavy, keep it chill, hold tight. Tell me how you feel, keep it real, no lie. Light another herb, let it burn through the sky. Right. Sipping on sangria, playing that's no Allegra. Hoping moments like this go on forever. Catch me lounging pajamas in a sweater, especially when weather's looking sloppy. I turn into a homebody, cause it's the weekend. I don't feel like partying, I feel like sleeping. I don't work tomorrow, think I might just sleep until about noonish. I've been working hard, think I deserve to do this like once in a while. Cause this isn't my usual style. My mind is moving past the limit, every minute's a mile. I appreciate the time when I can sit on the couch, turn the music up and just zone out, cause it's a whole vibe. Gotta keep it wavy, keep it chill, low tide. Tell me how you feel, keep it real, no lie. Light another herb, let it burn through the sky. Right, it's a whole vibe. Gotta keep it wavy, keep it chill, low tide. Tell me how you feel, keep it real, no lie. Light another herb, let it burn through the sky. Right, it's a whole vibe.
It's a whole vibe.
Yeah, it's a whole vibe.
It's a whole vibe.
Yeah, it's a whole vibe.
It's a whole vibe.
It's a whole vibe.
It's a whole vibe.
I might turn my phone off when I get in this mood. Only turn it back on when I'm ordering food. And when my pizza gets delivered, going back to disconnected. If you call me and I answer, I'll hang up and blame reception. Got a question or a message, I encourage you to text it. I'll see it when I see it, I'll hit you back soon. But now I stay in tune with this lazy afternoon, like the roots in 94, asking do you want more? Yeah, I want less of the drama and stress and interactions with people seeking my patience to test. You ain't cutting me a check, so I ain't giving you time to sacrifice my peace of mind. Cause it's a whole vibe. Gotta keep it wavy, keep it chill, low tide. Tell me how you feel, keep it real, no lie. Light another herb, let it burn through the sky. Right, it's a whole vibe. Gotta keep it wavy, keep it chill, low tide. Tell me how you feel, keep it real, no lie. Light another herb, let it burn through the sky. Right, it's a whole vibe.
It's a whole vibe.
Yeah, it's a whole vibe.
It's a whole vibe.
Yeah, it's a whole vibe.
It's a whole vibe.
It's a whole vibe.
It's a whole vibe.
Rise and shine. Pour yourself a cup of coffee and tune in to Good Morning Aurora. News, weather, and really cool interviews. Monday through Friday from 8 to 9 a.m.
Yo, your phone. Turn your phone down. Good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. Good morning, Aurora. The time is now 8:03 a.m. And you're listening to and hearing on other phones. Good morning, Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. Yes, give it up. All of you. Give it up. It's Monday. We're here. We're blessed. We got water. We got Own the Day coffee. We got Lang's cookies. We got more water. And we are here and ready to go. It's a brand new week, and I'm happy for that. Last week was a heck of a week. It ended well. But we have a special guest today. We have artist, father of the year, as he mentioned, and Aurora native, Mr. Derek Medderts. Messed that up. Oh my God. Scratch that up, DJ. I can't even. Meddards, also known to many of you as OG Saucerr Mane. How you doing, sir?
Good.
All right, good to see you, man. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Yeah.
It's a nice, beautiful day up in here. So we'll talk about Aurora. We'll talk about life. We'll talk about the city, business, and all the other kind of stuff. I gave you a small intro. Let us know who you are from your words.
Born and raised, like I say, just a normal kid. By myself, standoutish at times. You know, I didn't know what I was doing at the time with trying to create.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they feel, I guess everybody called weird at one point when you're trying to figure life out. But
Right.
Yeah, I started music around 12 years old.
12. Wow.
I never wrote, so I would always just everything off the top of the head and just, I don't know if that had to do with riddling or something, but it helped. I got everything out. And then when we got into recording, maybe around 16-ish, you know, everything was on cassettes then.
Right.
So we was doing it that way, and how the name Saucerr came into play was when I would record, they asked me, hey, you want to do it again? I'm like, no, I can't. I don't remember. It was just a freestyle.
Right.
So that concept goes to when you see a UFO lands and then it's gone.
Okay.
That's where that comes from.
Okay, like flying saucer.
Right. And that's what it was. That's what it's all. So I would meet people and they say like hot sauce. Like no. No. Like
Right.
something different, something you ain't seen before. And then OG is just me transforming to now.
Right.
You know,
Being who
38,
you are.
just been there since 16, so
Right.
pretty much all my life.
Here's a question. To be creative, it seems like you were born with it. It didn't have to become creative. So is that typical for people? Are people born creative, or do they have to develop that over time?
I think so, because once if you're in a group and you find yourself boxed in to what they're doing, then you start to feel out of place because your ideas,
Right.
and they may not be catching on to the concept.
Right.
or-
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's gonna work. Like, you know,
right. So I would never let somebody hear something beforehand, because now I'm opening it up for you to critique it how you want it, and don't say this, don't say that.
Right.
So I would just do it.
Right.
I originally make music for me, but I know what the people like.
Right.
Like my demographic, where I'm from, where you know what we see, and I know what's appealing.
Okay.
So not to say I won't never ask nobody for, hey, what you think of this?
Right.
But just every time, nah.
You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I understand. I totally get that, because I think that one of the problems that a lot of people have on the road to being creative is that they rely too much on what other people think. Like if you came up with the idea to, I don't know, dip strawberries in chocolate and name it Anna's Custom Treats, look, rock with that. Because if somebody's not feeling it, if that little negativity gets in your bloodstream, then you know what? Maybe they are right. Maybe I shouldn't do it. It's a bit of saying, but it's a meme I saw not too long ago. It was like, you know, self-doubt has killed more dreams than failure ever will. You know, so sometimes you do have to just do it. You just got to go with what you know, especially if you know what kind of content you try to put out to people and everything too.
Right.
So East Side or West Side?
West Side.
Okay, all right.
You can't say that. The East Side around me too. They know about it.
We have a lot of this show it started to now kind of even out. We had a lot of East Siders at one point in time. Now we're getting more and more West Siders now. More popping up.
We need more West Siders.
Shout out to Coyote Duran. He's the man who put us in touch with you, though. How do you guys know each other?
We used to work together.
Okay.
And he would always do these drawings, and then I found out his passion for the boxing and whatnot. And he's just somebody like me. He creates. It don't have to be the same creation.
Right.
You know, the way he does his drawings, the way he's passionate about sports is, hey, you know, I like that. That's stuff you like to sit around the table and exchange stories, and you find out you click with somebody because their mindset is the same, but on a different path.
Okay.
You know, so yeah, he's a good dude.
All right. How old's your son?
9. He'll be 9.
Okay. All right. Shouts out. Good. Hit them round of applause. What's his name?
Major.
Major. Good morning to Major. Yeah. Shout out to the youngsters. Shout out to the youngsters.
And 2 daughters.
And 2 daughters. Okay.
Yeah.
Congratulations, man.
17 and 14.
Good morning to Deb Sturgis, Coyote. I see you in here. Johnny Felix, Jennifer Ryan Mayton, Aisha Saxon. Good morning. Look at the whole. Everybody's in here. Deb Sturgis. Good morning to everybody. Good morning, guys. Great to see Sauce here, an unsung talent right there. Shout out to Coyote Durant. Appreciate that, my brother. Appreciate that. Casildo, may everyone have a great day/week. Be blessed and make it count. Thank you very much. Strong words of positivity. Monica, how are you?
I'm doing good.
Okay, all right. Monica's in the house, ladies and gentlemen, behind the boards on the 1-2s, the DJ. I'm the MC. Yeah, no, kind of something like that.
Hey.
Something like that. Little something.
Right.
So, where did you go to school?
I went to West.
Okay, all right. Who was your so you started recording when you were 12 or writing when you were 12?
Yeah, right. Started dibbling dabbling when I was 12.
All right. What do you remember in the creative process from that time that you still keep with you today?
Just letting it go, like whenever I had that writer's block, I just try to remember what I did at those times, and I would just let it flow, and then I write it down. I get like 4 bars,
Yeah.
I say those, and I just keep going. Oh, I like how that sounded after that. Write that down. So it all becomes a long freestyle, but it still gives me a time to, manifest it into a song, and I think that helps a lot.
So, when it comes to the freestyle? I think freestyle is an art. What do people don't understand though? Like, it takes a lot to be able to put bars on top of bars just off the head. Is that a fair assessment, or how would you categorize it?
I mean, it's fair. It just depends. Your rap style, what kind of message you getting across, what's your creative, your space.
Right.
Me, because I got my moments where you feel like you hot, just like when you playing pickup games, when you hot.
Right. Like, I got it today.
And like we call it, was like we leave Earth. So in that aspect, it's like you could pretty much. It's like you setting yourself up, and you outside your body, and you watching yourself, and you can just see the words that you, in the next 3 seconds, that you're gonna use. They just flowing at you,
Right.
and you just picking them, and you kind of just watching the room.
The content, to that point, you're talking about the content. That's changed a lot in like rap and hip hop though too. Like, it's not the same. The message is completely different now. What's your opinion on that?
I agree. Now it's a lot of starter kits. I feel like
Starter kits.
it's a lot of starter kits. We're gonna make a video. All right. We need some money. We need a whole bunch of money. All right. Who got the gun? All right. Your girlfriend get off work? She could be in the video.
Right.
Her friend coming? Okay, cool. Who got a good car?
Right.
Get the car in there. What else we need? Oh, you got some drugs? Put the drugs in there.
Right. And that's it.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's the basic, that's what I call the starter kit, because they're going off what they see.
Right.
I had a conversation with one of my friends about this, because when we talking to the youth, right? You come up to them, you see them doing something they're not supposed to be doing. Now hey, I don't think you should be doing that, and you give them some criticism, try to steer them down the right road. But that's 5 minutes. That's pretty much 5 minutes of you giving them good advice. But they got 24 hours that they listen to Lil Durk.
Right.
So trying to detach them from something that they hear all the time
It's difficult.
is difficult.
So now, I'd really love your opinion on this, because I grew up listening to rap and hip hop and all that. Project Pat was it for that was it for me. Now, as a father, my son's 9.
Okay.
We just cannot do that. We can't listen to that in the house. Like now the message of what is being said and portrayed in the rap and all that, now I'm hyper vigilant on it because I know exactly what all of that means. And I feel like super old head dad, not letting my son. Well, so talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, how does it feel? The music we listen to, we do not want our children listen to.
Well, you know what? I kind of let them. Like, I still
listen to Pat.
I'm
just messing with you.
But now I know all the lyrics. So
sure.
If he got a minute of not saying certain words,
sure.
When he gets to that, it start getting heavy. I change songs.
Okay.
Or,
right.
You know what I mean? Like I'm actually rapping along with it. Like, oh, this is getting too.
Sure.
Cut that off.
Right.
But, yeah, they hear a lot of the same stuff. But I feel like with us growing up, I guess we was already just kind of in the streets.
Yeah.
Dabbling playground. Yeah, we playgrounds. We hear like we just running around, but we not really trying to imitate what we're hearing.
Right.
Versus now.
Right.
Now it's like, I don't know if that's the lack of father figures that to the point where, which it could be, to now they trying to duplicate
to let them know, like, look, that's only entertainment.
Right, and that's what they don't understand. I feel like music, that's how I always looked at it. It's no different from watching a movie.
Right.
They wrote the script out. The guy gets killed. Something happens to the girl. They cut. Everybody goes home.
Right.
And it's the same thing with music, but it's more of a in your face. And you
right.
know, I think that's why some of the rappers now they starting to use Nerf guns to kind of change the narrative that
right.
they don't need to have, the guns in there.
Right.
I mean, personally, I probably wouldn't even use the gun. Period, because I really want you to focus on what I'm talking about.
And I think you can get the message across without all that.
You can. And that's what I be disturbed with.
Right.
That's why I find myself, that's why I really look like the old head when I'm like, like it's got to be a better way. Because I don't want to do something just because everybody's running right, I got to go left.
Amen. Right.
I have to. So how am I going to stand out in a crowd full of, minions?
Right. I'm feeling that.
I'm just...
The time is now 8:16 a.m. Everybody tuning in this morning. Davy, Samantha, Danner, good morning to you as well.
Good morning.
Good morning. Great seeing OG Saucerr Mane. He's definitely one of the good guys. Aisha Saxon, much appreciated. Much appreciated. One of the good guys. Okay. Michael Rayford, good morning to you as well, brother. Appreciate you. Jen Mendoza, good morning, friends. We appreciate y'all tuning in. Want to say thank you to all of our friends out there. Chad from Treadwell, everybody, Coyote Duran, Tracy Duran, so many of our wonderful people. Did you find your purse, Monica?
I did.
Okay.
It was in my house.
See that? Right. Monica went out there on St. Patty's Day, y'all. And, I guess she had one too many of the green beers or something like that. Girl lost a purse in her own house, but that's cool. That's cool, though. That's cool. All right. So you, as an artist, and we'll continue going on with the script because I need to have your opinion on creativity. We have a lot of different guests on the show. Some people are, politicians. Some people are law enforcement. Some people are creative, but they paint.
Y'all be having the law in here?
Oh yeah, we had the law a couple times.
Man.
Oh, no, come on, they not here now.
Oh man, dropping the dime.
They down here now.
They come through the door like cheaters on me. Hey, OG, hey.
We got OG Saucerr Mane.
Right.
That'll get us no more interviews. You see, Good Morning Aurora set up OG, right?
Right.
No, we where I was going with this was that out of all the people who we've had that do creative things, out of all the artists that we had, I always like to know what is you freestyle.
I do it all, but
you write too. You mentioned writing too.
Right.
But where is your space? Do you have a place that you go to? Like I asked about authors. Is there a room? Is there a specific studio? Is there a specific side of town? Where are you most creative?
It depends. I mean, it could be like once I take use of a space, and I feel like I that space ran its course to where I'm running out of ideas. I feel like the creativity
You squeezed everything out of it.
I squeezed everything out of that room. Then I'm just doing it somewhere else. I take a break. Maybe it's upstairs.
Okay.
You know, I drive semi, so it could be in traffic.
Okay.
Oh, I like that, and I just write it down in my phone.
Right. Because creativity, it can hit you anywhere.
You can see something, and that's what it is too. If you go, most creators like to go to a park or something where they could just not just so much observe what's going on, but actually soak that moment in to where they can create.
Right.
It don't have to be a lady walking across the street and telling the story from that aspect.
Right.
If they want to go there, but it just gives you a sense of freeness when you're just doing it in the open area.
How would you describe your style?
Me?
Okay.
In the sense of because people hear it sometimes and they don't know who. It's just like if I ask you, who's your favorite rapper? And you say,
Ghostface Killer.
okay, Ghostface Killer. 9 times out of 10, when I hear yours, you're going to sound like Ghostface Killer.
Okay. Right.
9
right.
times out of 10.
Right. Because you're trying to, it's in your whole, okay, word up.
So, and that's how I would see guys. So if I'm listening to something, it's the Project Pats, it's more the older stuff that
Right.
we soak so much out of.
Yeah.
I'm not getting nothing from it.
Right.
I'm just getting the enjoyment, not like, I'm going to be like Pat.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm just listening to it. So they ask me, you heard this Little Dirk? You heard this? No. Where you been? Huh?
Right. I've been elsewhere with it.
Right.
I listen to a lot of the Dusties at home. That's just me. I do a lot of the Dusties. The rap, I really, I listen to less and less of it as time goes on. Like if I'm cooking or barbecuing or something like that, or cleaning up the house on a Sunday, then I'll put it on. But like in my everyday, I can't wake up to it no more.
Well, that's I'm the same way. The group called Police.
Okay.
Like,
Sting and the Police.
uh,
Don't stand so close. That them?
Yeah.
Oh, my man. Oh, you like
You
some
know what I'm saying? I'm
Roxanne.
like,
okay.
like all that just
Told you we had the lawn here.
even the Lord, what? It was SWV. I was trying not to say it too loud.
Yeah, SWV. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was playing that the other day, and that's from our time, so it's getting like sentimental value.
Right.
So I'm the same way. I feel like that helps you create too when you stepping outside of what you normally do.
Right.
You know what I mean? What you normally listen to. So if I'm listening to stuff like that, and so that rock genre, it's certain songs that's catchy because to me it's the creativity, how it was done, maybe how the beat sounds, how you know what I mean. It could just be the chorus I'm waiting for.
Right.
Everything else I don't really want to hear that chorus.
There's a lot of different things, and a lot of the soul is in way more music than just quote unquote black music, rap, hip hop.
Right.
It's
Right.
You can find Eric Clapton, all that. If you're looking for soul, that's in all kinds of music.
Yeah.
So but I'm gonna keep getting your opinion on music, but I do want to ask you some local Aurora stuff. As somebody who's born and raised in Aurora, what are a few of the biggest changes you've seen over your time being here?
I'd say the violence, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
More activity. And I think when I say activity, just the attraction, just for
Sure. Things to do.
Right.
Right.
And that's still what I think is more. It needs to be more things for, mainly the kids to do.
Right.
It's like so much of the focus is on downtown. Yeah, I get it, but it needs to be something else.
Y'all been to Mega Fun Park yet?
No.
Ooh! On Galena? By Mothers up there across from
That's the one they was just building.
Yeah, across from
But
Jewel.
COVID, yeah. See, we was gonna go, but COVID had happened.
Yeah.
And then
Oh,
it
he's
looked like
open.
it was never open. So I was like,
he's open.
Okay.
Take the kids up
Yeah.
there, man. Cause here's the thing, I feel kind of like you feel. I want more stuff and more activities, especially for youth to do, because as we know, the more things that young people have to spend their energy on, the less negative stuff will appeal to them. If they got some, most kids would rather shoot a basketball than hang out with Ray Ray and them. So Mega Fun Park, that's a really cool. I'm happy that that's open because like I see a bunch of kids in there, a bunch of young, youth and young adults in there, and I'm glad that they're in a place like that as opposed to being out somewhere. They got the obstacle course and everything like that, virtual reality games. It's a good place.
Yeah. And then also too with that, like even the guys in the community that's doing things. As far as like Gerard Cooper. He's done the softball thing for 4 years now. So that's with, you got a lot of guys from the west side, east side of Aurora, and everybody coming together. So, and it's always pretty much sold out. It's always, a good time.
Okay.
And it's bounce houses for the kids, and that stuff I like to see. I like to promote that side of things. Okay. We can't do it all. So if somebody else is doing some good, we need to tap into that and, exploit that.
Hit the claps for that. You know what? That was official. That was really official. What does the world need more of?
Realness, love, like even like with kids, like we can't shadow the parenting. We can't I'm not going to say this, because now we got Google. They go straight to Google and find out whatever they want to find out. So if we not going to be stern parents and just give them the truth, you almost can't, worry about how it sounds to them. If they come to you about something, hey, you got to give it to them.
Right.
Or they're going to be seeking it somewhere else, and it's so easy to get that information, and they may get a little extra that they shouldn't be getting. So, and I just think there's a lot of people walking around too that's misdiagnosed.
What do you mean?
So that's the bigger problem. You got people growing up and walking around misdiagnosed, and that just means they got some eternal issues.
Right.
Some
like
from
mental health issues and things like that.
Some from the childhood they seen, they still remember in the moment that they can't get past, whether it's with parents or they could have been molested, they could have been, all this stuff they keep bottled in.
Right.
And they can't project some good energy. They can, but they can't.
No,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No,
but I was thinking. I was having a conversation with a friend not that long ago. Like, I remember nobody was caring about none of that. Remember? Like there was no hotline for you to call. There was no agency saying, "Hey, we're open 24/7 if you need help with it." I like how there's a focus on the mental health aspect or the tearing down of internal traumas and not. I like how that's a focus now because I think we're around the same age. Like that was never a number for you to call. There was no website for you to look up. Nobody cared about you asking about that. That was not a checkbox on the form. None of that. And I think that not to talk about it in a bitter fashion, but I think that there's a lot of people who if the focus now had been applied 20 years ago, 15 years ago, people could have been living better lives, or at least emotionally,
right, and not scared to talk about certain things,
right.
Yeah, I think so, and now in the same breath, social media, people feel a certain way with that. If you scrolling down your friends list and it makes you feel a certain way that you see and they did something positive, then maybe you should log off for a while. And that's why I pride myself on. I'm glad I know who I was before social media came out.
Right. Amen.
Because none of that bothers me. I can shut it down for a month and be fine. You know what I mean? And just be doing me, just creating.
My validation is not coming off the app.
I don't have to.
Right.
I salute you, and you can't support everybody, but you can't support them with a little love button or
Well, that's the other side of the coin, isn't it? Right?
Yeah.
That's the other side of the coin. To be able to have had experiences and appreciate them, and not have to. You ain't gotta take a selfie of the moment. The
Right.
selfie is here. This is the selfie.
Right.
The selfie is here. I don't need it recorded for y'all to see. My
Like,
happiness is here.
That's facts.
My happiness is here. Like, I don't need it recorded for y'all to see. Like, I was running, like, my son checked me not that long ago. It was so we got to the Mega Fun Park.
Mm.
When you walk in, just let me know how it go when you take the kids there. Soon as you walk in, it's an enormous place. It blows up, and we was looking on Instagram, and we saw that they got the VR machine. So that's when. So as soon as he walked in and saw it, he was like, "Yeah," but it was a line. So we waiting on the line for the thing. He's like, "Yeah, this is it." So he jump in, and I take a picture of him. Now, as soon as I took that picture of him, he was like, "Put that down. Let's have fun." And I was like, "You know what? That's
Right.
word up. And there away it went."
Yeah.
And we spent 3 hours there with only one picture to show. That's what it's about.
And that's the part of being in tune with yourself, that you was able to realize that.
Right.
Like, instead of just like, no, we gotta have pictures. I gotta
let them know that we have. Right. Come on.
I like that. I like how you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
it's like you parenting, but you gave him the platform to understand, like, nah, we ain't doing that right now.
Right. Exactly. Like,
And
you are
seeing
right.
how this could apply to affect his life and judgments later on.
Exactly.
You know, that may play a big part with how he views things.
I
Like,
don't
nah,
want
we
him to
don't-
say my dad was always on the phone.
Right,
Yep.
right.
The time is now 8:30 a.m. You are listening to and watching Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. Wave to the people because they see us. Yeah, we all in here. We all up in here. Salute, salute, salute. Monica,
Yes.
can you please take us to a commercial? Give us about a quick 3 joints and then bring us on back. Tracy Duran, what up?
All right. Good morning, everyone. Here are your local headlines. Real news, real people, real stories, 100% Aurora. Don't forget to please subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay up to date on all of our content. There you can also watch all of our interviews and receive notifications when we go live. The Illinois Homeowner Assistance Fund program provides direct financial assistance to prevent mortgage delinquencies, defaults, displacements, and foreclosures for income-eligible homeowners experiencing pandemic-related hardships. Starting in April 2022, the state will begin accepting applications from homeowners for grants of up to $30,000 to eliminate or reduce past due mortgage and property tax payments. Find out if you're eligible for up to $30,000 in homeowners assistance by clicking the link that I'll be sharing with you all in our chats. March 26th from 10 to 11:30 a.m., our Friends of the Neighbor Project and BMO Harris Bank will be hosting a great Homebuyer Education Seminar in both English and Spanish. The Homebuyer team will walk you through the steps of the home buying process and learn about down payment assistance and other programs. This will take place at the Prisco Community Center, located at 150 West Illinois Avenue. This event is free and open to the public, and for more information, you can contact Jerria at 331-300-3566. Tuesday, April 19th, there will be a great hiring event at the Aurora Public Library downtown. This will take place from 4 to 7 p.m., and it's sponsored by the Aurora Regional Chamber of Commerce, Quad County African American Chamber of Commerce, and Talented Tent Social Services. This event is free and open to the public.
Very much, Monica. Thank you very much. Mr. Michael Rayford, a dear friend of the show. He's a brother who worked for PBS. I had the pleasure of interviewing Michael Rayford last year when we had the old office on Benson and Broadway, the Terminal the Flatiron building. Y'all saw us up there. Hey, lurking on everybody from the second story. But Michael Rayford asked a good question. Where is Mega Fun Park located? It's 1971 West Galena Boulevard. I'm putting that in the chat, replying back to Mr. Michael Rayford. Michael Rayford also does financial literacy. If you are interested in knowing about what Mr. Rayford does, go to his Facebook page, click on it. Don't stalk him. You know, send him a message, get his email, do it professionally. Be like, yeah, I saw you on Good Morning Aurora. Call me. No, don't do all that. Just do it right with the brother. 1971 West Galena Boulevard. When you go to Mega Fun Park, tell him you heard about it on Good Morning Aurora, because the brother need that discount. The time is now 8:34 a.m. Okay. So, Maria Chirito, good morning to you as well. All y'all in here. Davi, good morning. So, here's the thing. Have you created your masterpiece yet? Okay. Because I'm hungry. I keep thinking I ain't made mine yet either. I'm like, I have not yet. Not yet.
I mean, I see glimpses of it.
Word.
Like, you know, because I know, like, because I make it and then I'd be like, damn, I could have did this.
Right.
Damn, if I would have added this. But somebody else is like, oh, this is beautiful.
Yeah.
I like that. But
Yep.
And I'm sure I'm not the only one that does that. You know, just like your car. You were ready to throw it away.
Yeah.
Somebody else, it's not that bad.
No, yeah.
You just see it every day.
That's the thing that's always upset me when I was young, because I draw. I draw. So when I would draw some stuff, people be like, oh, I've never seen nothing like that. But I see where it's wrong. I see where I could have done better. I'm ready to get rid of it. But I don't think we ever will make that masterpiece yet. It's inside of here, right?
I think so. I mean, it's at the same time, every time you do something, is a masterpiece. You know, it's just the fact that we had that ambition for more,
right?
And know it could have been better,
right?
I think that's what keeps the drive alive, keeps the passion, keeps the because if I would have felt like I did a masterpiece, which I think I've done before, and I would say that masterpiece was like a freestyle, where I just did the whole beat. I felt that was one.
Okay.
But as far as like bringing it to the forefront, like a video wise, or you know what I mean, that's why I would say it needed more.
I've seen the videos you've made. I was telling you, I've seen a couple of videos that you made. Now you're going to be making more, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got a studio that you record in?
Yeah, I got my personal one, and then I may go to even over here to Gremlin, Cinnamon,
Okay.
Those my two go-to spots.
Oh, so you be at Gremlin too?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
yeah.
started out in Gremlin.
Shout out. We did.
Yeah,
well, we
Sam.
started out in the bathroom,
but
Gremlin came next. Shout out to Hunter and Chris and all them.
Sam.
Yeah, the good people. Good people.
Yeah, so
what is something that people don't understand when it comes to making music? What's the hard? People always talk about people always see the successes. What do they not see?
As far as from the artist standpoint?
Yeah. The artist and the creative standpoint.
That, I mean, just finding a way to be you. You know what I mean? Like, just stay true to who you are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And because it's easy for like somebody to hear something but don't know the background of it. Like, if you was up trying to, up all night trying to figure something out, or you trying to, you listening to so much and you trying to figure out how to separate yourself, and then you taking a break from it, then you coming back, then you know what I mean? And then by the time you hear it on the show, people just think it happened yesterday. So that's why I think the biggest problem is, or the misconception is that it's that easy when it's not.
Right.
It's easy to, I'm gonna sound just like Curtis. It's easy to do that.
Right.
But when somebody that knows you, they hear it, they like, nah.
Right. Right. I mean, anybody could put syrup on something, but that ain't pancakes, baby.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, right.
Like, I've been to shows where guys rapped about all this money. And then after the show, they say, hey, you going towards the west side?
Yeah, give your boy a ride home.
Yeah.
Right.
What's all this?
Yeah. I thought the name of the I thought you was Mercedes. I thought you was Little Benzo.
So that's what I'm saying. I don't come from that. So if I'm rapping about stuff, something,
yeah. I thought it was 20 inch on the tires.
candy on the frame.
Right. Oh my goodness. Yeah. No, you are. But authenticity it's always best to be authentic, man. It's always best to be authentic.
Yeah, because even if they don't catch on at the time of it, if you just stay being you, I think they eventually know what they're getting into when they deal with you.
Right.
You know, they may like it. It's just different at the time.
Yeah. So with all the stuff that's been going on in the news and everything, let's talk about parenting a little bit. With all the stuff that has gone on in the news, how do you, as a father, explain it to your kids? And by news, I mean like social justice issues, police issues, even just issues with school and everything like that. How do you, as a dad, deal with it?
Like I say, no, this not the era for sugarcoating.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I give it to them the best way I can. Confide in my wife about a lot of stuff. And especially like from the school bullying to, all that, just letting them know the difference from even like being bullied online. I still don't understand that. But it's something it's just like somebody who, what is it? What is they happy one minute, they sad the next. What is that?
Bipolar?
No, the other one. I can't think.
Happy one minute and being sad the next. That would be
they down like ready to kill themselves. What?
Depression?
Yeah, there you go. Why the hell I couldn't think of that? But that's the same thing. You don't want to turn the eye to it when you want to take it serious, and just like the online bullying, you could tell them log off, but it's still something we got to take serious. And I just think the way things are going, I mean I don't necessarily like it, but that's maybe another topic. But I just feel like just being in your kid's corner and just being that guidance and let them know they can come to you about anything. And just like my daughters, they think I'm crazy because we could just be driving, and if I think of something, I'm gonna say it. Whether it's just, hey, like you go to that party, and then they start drinking. Somebody give you something, you probably don't want to drink it.
Right. Out of nowhere.
Yeah. What? What are you talking about? And my oldest one always say, nobody does that. Huh?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just, hey, like if you go to the bathroom and then somebody come in there behind you and they're not your friends, but it's two of them and they're kind of hovering over you, they might be trying to do something. So now, like, it don't make sense now.
Right.
Whatever. Then when you find yourself in these situations, you're like, now it's ringing.
Right. Now it clicks.
But I wanted to ring before, so you can see, like, I can see what your intentions are.
Right.
Before you even,
yeah.
Like, I'm ahead of you before you think you ahead of me.
Yeah, my spider sense already going off. I'm already, yeah.
I can tell how you talking to me.
Right.
Oh, yeah, no.
So I do believe that a lack of good parenting has probably caused a good deal of some of the issues that we're having. What do you think about that?
Yeah.
A lack of good parenting.
Because if you look at where we came from, yeah, we are probably all, even her. I mean, we had our ups and downs growing up, but I felt like just for us three to be in this room, I feel like our background had some rough patches, but got corrected.
Right.
With the good
corrected them.
Yeah. So even if we got whoopings, it's frowned upon today. Maybe that's the issue. We feared that. But we still did. We feared it, but we still went against it.
No, yeah, I agree with that, because I was telling a person asked me not that long ago about my first experience with the police, and this is not the time to really tell the story, but to sum it all up, I was more afraid of my dad and I've always been more afraid of my dad. That stopped me from doing a lot of stuff. I didn't want my dad to find out, but anyway. A long time ago, I'll give a little flavor. A long time ago, I was real young and I was riding my bike home. And this is when I lived in Harvey and everything like that. And I was driving, going real fast on the bike. It was dark. And these police pulled out in front of me. They drove way up and then parked in a McDonald's blocking the sidewalk. So I would obviously have to stop by the time I got to them. So I'm stopping. This is back in the day with pagers. And my dad always told me, he was like, I'm going to page you 2 times, not 3. He was like, if you're not home on the second one, it's hell to tell the captain. You know, it's going to be some smoke in the city. And I was coming home and the pager went off once, right? So now these police are like blocking me. So I'm off the bike now. And you know, if you could picture, I'm holding the bike with one hand, right? I'm holding the bike like this. And they're like, you know, where you going? I'm like, I'm going home. And the pager went off again. And the fear of my dad, damn the police. I went like this and just reached for the pager, and then they, you know, tackled your boy. I was like 12,
Right.
And they tackled me to the ground. I was more afraid of my dad than I was. You know, they could have been Dunkin' Donuts workers. That didn't matter. I was more afraid of getting home to my dad. But I think, to your point, people don't, or young people don't have that fear or thought or reverence for their parents no more. You know, the parent is no longer the one voice who will be listened to no matter what. Now it's like, okay, maybe my dad is right. What does he know? That kind of thing.
You know,
and I think that's kind of been also an issue too of causing problems.
And I think too, as like parents now, I see a lot of them, they glorify certain behavior, you know, of the child. For instance, let's just say Lil Boom Boom. Lil Boom Boom come around the family, right? And he always got money. They know he sells drugs, and he always there.
Yeah.
Oh, he like that. He crazy. He.
Right.
You know what I mean? So they enhancing it.
Oh, yeah,
Instead
right,
of just
right.
saying, hey, you know that boy selling.
Yeah. Oh,
We
he's
need-
just like that.
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
They just throwing him a party like he made it.
Right.
So that's just gonna get him around his friends, and my family know I am. They know I get money. They know I sell.
Right.
Now something happened to him. He was such a good kid. He was such a.
Yeah, that's
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
I know exactly what you mean.
It's just like whenever I came around and I knew my dad or my uncles was present,
Yeah.
and I knew I was gonna get in trouble. I didn't want to see my dad.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I know,
Mhm.
I know what it's gonna be.
Right.
So if these kids see the elders and they just know they're gonna get embraced for doing wrong,
Sure.
then when is it gonna change?
Never.
Because it's always gonna put something in your head like, man, every time I see my dad, he gonna. So eventually, I'm gonna be like, let me get it right.
Right.
You know, or he feel a certain way that I'm asking him for money, or he, you know what? I'm gonna get my own money. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And that's what I did personally.
Right.
I felt like he was, you know, sunning me out because I was asking him for money. I mean, I'm 16, but whatever. Cool. And then I started working, started getting my own,
Right.
calling him. He wouldn't answer because he think I want money. I just want to hang out.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So, and that's why I say I could have been misdiagnosed if I didn't correct certain things.
Right.
I
Right.
still would be holding a grudge with him.
No, yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
And you grow up and you learn. Now you see it with different
Right.
eyes. Now you you can see it with the vision.
Right.
Like, you know what? That was the issue.
Right.
Yeah. Nah, I used to. So even with that story and everything, like, me and my dad didn't have the best relationship growing up. But now that I look back, because my parents are divorced, and my dad was a jerk. But now that I look back, I see why he was a jerk. He was a jerk because my dad loved my mom. And that divorce, like, shattered his whole joint. You know, because at least in the black side of things, like, you know, my dad was a wrestler in high school. He met my mom, and did the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Moved from the ghetto of the West Side to what then was the up and coming city, Harvey, Illinois. You know what I'm saying? Nice green lawn and everything. Bought a house, and that was the American dream. So when that didn't work out for him, then he was a jerk. But now that I look at it, right, now I can see it. Now it's crystal clear. Now I love him. I'm sorry, right? Now it's like just.
But see, it's like when you know, it's easier for you to just kind of
right.
Even walking in the room, I know what to expect. I know what I'm getting into.
Exactly.
So I feel comfortable.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just when stuff start moving different and you don't know, then that's when things happen.
Right. That's why I try to be. That's why, like, to your point again, we lead as parents now with. We don't lead with emotion. We lead with logic.
Right.
Like, you know what? No. Because there's been a couple times where I'm like, you know what? This is the dumbest shit I ever heard in my life. Right? But I'm not going to say, so it's like, you know what? You lead with your heart and your emotion to not even lay the bricks to walk down that street that, you just do it differently, man. And,
because even like now that they're getting into the driving stage. So even with that, like we'd be driving.
You say daughter's 17?
Yeah.
Okay.
So she already in the driving course, and I'd be driving, we'd see something. And I'd be like, see, I knew that guy wasn't going to stop. He just ran the stop sign.
Right.
I'm like, I can see how the speed he was going, what he was doing.
The whole traffic pattern.
Right. So I'm like, you just got to, even though you're supposed to go, you still got to wait for them to stop. I mean, just because you got your license, you can't drive like, I got my license. You have to play defense.
See, that's the definition of being woke. You seeing 4 steps ahead.
Yeah, like now you got to play defense. You have to play defense. You can't assume that this light green, I'm going to go. No, look both ways as if you was out here walking.
Exactly.
Like, make sure they see you. So that's all the things like I do. I don't care how random it is, maybe that's something they'll see, like to your point, later on they'd be like, oh, that's why Dad would always do that.
Right.
I think it helps.
The time is now 8:51 a.m. Dang. Oh my goodness, we only got 9 minutes left. Johnny Felix, Dan Santos, Tom Hebert, good morning. Coyote and I make sure that our daughters know that she can come to us with anything. For myself, I grew up being afraid to bring up anything going on and afraid to tell my parents certain things. Our daughter is free to speak her mind to us. She has a respect for her parents, and it isn't because she's scared of us like I was when I was a kid. It's because we respect her and her mindset. See, that's the other thing too, right? Like I was afraid of my dad because he was an authoritarian. Not really, you know what I'm saying? Not the respect. Well, it's definitely respect, but like, it was a different kind, and it shouldn't be that. Like I'm not, my house isn't, Soviet Russia, like the house I grew up in. You know what I'm saying? It's more of a democracy. Like your voice matters here. Michael Rayford, what is the definition of good parenting? Good question. What is the definition of good parenting? What do you think?
I think just being open and staying on your word.
There you go.
You know what I mean? You can't, and you got to set the example too.
Yeah.
Because they get older, they see that.
Right.
If I'm just putting everything you tell me or ask me off, and asking you, do something, and now it's changing your perspective of me. Now it is.
Yeah. Good question, Mike. I believe that the definition of good parenting, to what OG said, it's all of that. It's how you carry yourself. It's what you show them. But again, just in my own life, it's you gotta be a sponge of information, and you gotta be able to like demonstrate that information and that emotion at the same time. Like you gotta be a walking dictionary that'll also help you change your tire. That'll ask more questions than you tell questions. Like that's what I do with my son now. That's the one thing I learned about in parenting that I breathe it, is I always ask my son, what's wrong? Like if you're a little bit too quiet, you all right? What's on your mind?
Right.
I ask him shit like that because it opens up out of nowhere. He playing Lego Star Wars, but he's a little bit too quiet. Usually he, like, why you so quiet? I was thinking about mom, or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Ask that, them little soft hints. But you drive semis.
Yeah.
You got the Breaker app because Good Morning Aurora on the Breaker app though. You got the app. Did you?
Nah.
Okay, that's the trucker app, so you can do that. Yeah. You do the burn burn when the kids see you.
Yeah, I do that. You know what?
You one of them brothers. I love that.
I actually like that.
Yeah.
I actually like that when the kids do that. I like that.
I like that too, man. Yeah, that's
I'm all for the kids.
Yeah.
Even like I may have like last year I had 5 gifts around Christmas time.
Okay.
So if I'm riding and I see a kid out or I make a delivery or something, and it's preferably a 6-year-old or something, I'm like, hold on, wait right here. I go get a present out and it just be a race car or something.
Okay.
Stuff like that. Just changing that. I'm not doing it for nothing else. I'm doing it for me.
I know.
So this is like
I know because we
I
know.
don't care about your mom.
We know very. Because we know very well though. We know very well the power of that.
Right.
We know that. We know that to that kid who never got nothing. That just out of nowhere gift from a truck driver will mean a lot.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. So Monica, real quick. Janice Collins, good morning. Hope y'all had a good weekend. We did have a good weekend. How was your weekend?
It was good. It was good.
Nice.
My daughter had a cheer competition. I kind of stayed back and maintained the household, and that's it.
Okay. Monica, take me to a commercial real quick because it is 8:55. I'm going to take 2 minutes to deliver some news to these people and then come back and spend the last few minutes that we have with our brother OG Saucerr Mane here. All right. So real quick, ladies and gentlemen, got some good things to tell you guys about today. This evening at 5 p.m. will be the virtual March Social Justice Meeting. This justice meeting is hosted by State Representative Barbara Hernandez and Warehouse Workers for Justice to learn about the work the WWJ does at the intersection of labor and environmental justice. Once again, that's 5 p.m. You can join virtually. I have the flyer. I've shared it. Now, let me tell you this. If you're not following us on Instagram, I don't know what you're doing with life. I really don't. Get to know us on Twitter, too. A lot of the news that we have is always shared to there and on Facebook as well. Also, coming up on the 24th, the fundraising reception and birthday celebration in honor of our friend, Circuit Judge Bianca Camargo. That's taking place at La Quinta de los Reyes, 5 to 9 p.m. on March the 24th. There are many different sponsorship levels. We've shared this flyer as well. Please join if you are so inclined. And last but not least, I want to say that coming up on the 24th as well, this Thursday, Business After Hours, hosted by the Quad County African American Chamber of Commerce. This will be from 5 to 7 p.m. It'll be hosted at Crystal House, 59 South LaSalle Street here in Aurora. Bring your friends or colleagues for a great night of networking and light refreshments. Meet the board of directors and chamber members and learn about upcoming chamber activities. You can also sign up for membership. Good Morning Aurora will be present and taking fly pics and networking at the same damn time. At the same damn time. I rock Gucci. I rock Belly. At the same. Yeah, that's keep it up. Okay.
That's parenting right there around the kids. They see that and relate to it, and
because that's the thing, we fun parents.
Right.
I know you a fun
era?
parent. Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh yes, we are.
Yeah.
If you ever gonna be born and have parents, this is the era to have parents. Seriously. Because we are, I know you got to be a fun dad. I know I'm a fun dad. We lit. We are the best parents ever right now because we know enough about what not to do and what not to continue doing. Enough of those generational traumas and all that. We already know how not to talk to our kids.
Right.
We don't throw, they done got enough whoopings. My son, my people be like, wow, how old is your son? 9? He's so well behaved. Oh yeah. Yeah, because this is years of whoopings. Just transferred it. I've whooped him like twice. That's it, way back, and that was it.
Like with my girls, I would raise my voice and
that's
they
it.
crying.
Yep.
Like, now I feel bad.
Don't you feel bad?
10 minutes later, I go back in the room. Hey, you want to go outside? Or you want to go
Right.
get some ice cream? You know, or they looking at me like, you just yelled at me though. You know?
Yeah. I done felt bad like that too. You know, I can't even be, well, you know, it's hard. It's hard now to even be mean like that. We'll go sit down. I'm like, oh, you know what? It wasn't even that big of a deal.
Right.
Like, come on, you want some pizza? Like,
Yeah, I would ask
call
my-
Rosati's. We can do that. The 24 wings. Go ahead, boy. You can do that.
Right. And you can like that when you catch yourself and you know what I mean? In the
Yeah.
moment, or I would ask my wife, like, hey, you think I was a little extra?
Right.
Yeah, you was.
Right.
Then that's when I gotta go set things straight, you know. So and that too, like being I'm their father, but I wanna come off as that friend with limitations.
Sure. Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Don't start talking to me like I'm
Right.
on the, you know, you can
one of
throw
your little
them-
friends.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
throw them little, you know, innuendos, little jokes, whatever.
Yeah.
But when you start, hey boy, and all that,
Mhm.
nah. Mm-mm.
Oh yeah, that's something we don't do in the house.
You know what I mean?
Hey,
You
no,
No.
we're not doing that.
Talk to me right.
So you are a working man
Mhm.
with a creative spirit and an artist at the same time. Before we get out of here, what's on the calendar? What's on the future? What does the future hold for our friend?
Stand up again. I'll be doing that soon.
Okay.
The website will be up. Saucerr gone. I had it down for a while, but that'll be coming up.
Okay.
Other than that, for right now, Instagram and Facebook, OG Saucerr, where you can find me at. And I run my mouth a lot, so you will hear.
Saucerr with 2 R's.
Yep, 2
Right.
R's.
Okay.
Yeah, and that more music. Yeah, just a lot of.
How can we and the listeners help you?
Just be there when for the support or when it's time to support, and I don't ask for much. I'm not one of those guys that's gonna flood your page and listen to this because I feel like people they already hear and see what they want to see.
Sure.
You can say something positive, get 2 likes.
Right.
Show your ass, get 200 likes.
Right. That's true.
That lets me know you see what you want to see.
Right.
And respond to what you want to respond. So if I put like my videos, if I put them on there, they see it.
Mm-hmm.
Whether they felt a certain way about it, how we spoke earlier, that's on you.
Well, we look forward to shouting you out. I told you on the Facebook chat we was having, like as you can see, if we we can do some things. We can we can make some stuff, and let's get the creativity popping. Because I think to the earlier question that I had about what Aurora needs, what we need more of, I think that we need more creativity. I think we need more artistic content. So Good Morning Aurora is here to do that. So
and I mean that and which I respect the whole this whole atmosphere. What you guys got going on is what we needed. It's a good part of the of the culture basically, not just the side. But we need more big homies, more people that's willing to give you advice when they see you need it versus charging for everything.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? That's what we got away from. It's like, I can tell you, but it's gonna cost you.
Right. Absolutely.
Like, and if you around the younger generation, you got to set the standard.
Right.
Like, you supposed to feel like the alpha. Like, oh, nah, boy, cool out. We're not doing that.
Right.
And that's how I felt because I would always hang around my uncles.
Right.
So if I remember I would come around and my voice would be so light. My uncle would be like, put some bass in your voice, boy. So, you know what I mean? So when you coming around, though, they setting the tone for the environment.
Right.
They let me know how I got to be a little more assertive. Okay,
Right.
But if I'm just coming around and they doing what I'm doing, or they letting me get away with stuff, then that's where they're failing.
Right.
And it's been plenty of times where they would check me or my cousin, and I feel like it made us who we are today. Stand up guys, man of our word, and that's what we need to be passing off. Not blunts. We need to be passing off.
Right.
You
knowledge.
know what I mean? Knowledge.
Right. So the show ends on a positive note. What is your message today to the people of Aurora?
Get up and get something. You know what I mean? You know what you want to do. You know, you fail on the shots you don't take. And if you got to disconnect from social media, whatever it is, you know what you got to do. Because all of us, especially the older ones, we know what life is like without it.
Right.
So you don't have to be on it every day. Find your purpose, get on it to network or whatever you need to do. But I just feel like it's so much for everybody that it shouldn't be no hate. It's, hey, because the person you hate on might be the one that can help you out. As
a wise man once said, watch out who you step over on that ladder up to success. You might see him on the way back down. That is well said, sir.
Amen.
That is well said. Well, we appreciate you coming on to the show, my brother.
Yes, sir.
We
Appreciate y'all having
appreciate
me.
all of you listeners at home for checking out this other great episode. Salute to everybody out there. Thank you to Monica as well. Take care of yourself and each other. We out.